What's going on, ENT family? I'm English.
I'm Tai.
And we're the Normans. Hey guys, thank you so much again for stopping by the page, for checking us out, chilling with us, rocking with it.
We'll be right back, family. Just watch the promotional video and let's dive right into it. We need your full support, as you can see, because he's on 1,000 already. We'll be right back.
See you guys in a minute. What's going on, fam? I'm English.
And I'm Tai. And we're the Normans.
True.
So this is where these attributes, your attributes that God has given you in terms of being persuasive, being a nurturer, being a provider, in a sense of the emotional side of things, and some financial aspects and so forth.
True.
All of those things are to be used diligently. They're to be used not in a manipulating way, as to say, hey, if you don't get this bag for me, or if I'm not happy, nothing else is going to work. I'm not cooking. I'm not going to be intimate with you. I mean, just different things like that. So this is the research that we've sort of gathered. This is not our saying. This is just the questions that we've asked. This is part of the research that we've been doing.
And it's interesting that you say that, because that's literally what I've heard so many men say, that it's, hey, she doesn't give me sex. She won't give me sex. So put it like this, men will even go as far as to not get into an argument, not saying an argument, but even a disagreement at times, because they don't want their wife to hold out on them. Hey, where she would cook you oatmeal in the morning for breakfast, because you guys, your biscuits are burnt. Put it like this.
I would never. Put it like this. I would never burn your biscuits. No, but it happens. I would never burn your biscuits.
My mom and dad, I feel like they have a pretty balanced relationship. My mom, you know, when they got married, they were young.
Sure.
So I think they were in their early 20s. She might have been in her late teens, or whatever the case may be. But my dad worked, because he was older, so he was already working. Yeah. So he would literally, my mom said, he would bring his whole check to her and would tell her to keep it, you know, do with it what she thought was right, or whatever was needed, so on and so forth.
You don't bring your whole...
I don't bring my whole check to you?
You don't bring your checks and stuff to me.
These are the glories of the Lord. So, so these are just some of the things that those streams of revenue. Check. Oh no. No, we don't even do checks anymore.
Well,
we're not going to talk about that.
In your banks?
No, but he would bring her his check. So once he cashed the check, or even if he didn't cash it, he would bring it to her because he trusted that she would do what was right with it.
So you don't trust me?
Anyway, it has nothing to do with you. We're talking about mom and dad. So they would actually, you know, when they finally got married, he did the same thing. Mm-hmm. So for her, that was his way of showing her that he trusted.
Sure.
You know, he trusted her to run this thing and to make sure that this stuff goes smooth.
So happy wife, happy life. If he ever said it, which he didn't.
Yeah,
he's never said it, but it may have meant something totally different to him in that capacity. And that's why I said there's a bunch of different perspectives, and that's why we're welcoming, you know, and just doing a little bit more research over the next couple months just to see. And this could be a lifelong research.
Honestly, I think it's for right now where we are, just in the world right now. I think it's definitely worth talking about. It's definitely worth conversation, because, like you said, the millennials going into marriage, into a relationship,
you want to make for that.
No, and you want to make sure that they are aware of the pitfalls of those relationships. My thing is, you would never want to end up in a marriage or relationship and you are not happy.
And that's what the happy wife, happy life suggests to some people,
everybody needs to be happy.
That there's a level of happiness. If love is at the center, Christ is at the center, and you guys are on the other end, you guys are always constantly meeting in the middle, and you're keeping God at the center. where do we have room for happy wife, happy life?
Yeah.
Because to me, it
How
just
do we
seems like we're
separate
going.
them?
Yeah, to me, it just seems like we're going to one side of the spectrum
There's
or
an
the other.
imbalance
If I
happening.
said happy husband, happy life,
There's an imbalance.
there would be an imbalance.
Yeah,
so
because
it's the same
there's
thing.
a husband
It's true.
and there's a wife,
Correct.
or there's a male and a female, or there's you and your spouse, or whatever the case may be.
So I'm
And
going to change the persona. Happy husband, happy wife,
happy life. There you go.
I think that would
Happy
be better.
husband, happy wife,
Happy
happy
life.
life.
It
Because
shouldn't be one-sided.
honestly, even if we take it a little bit further, if the husband and the wife are not happy, now you affect the children.
Correct.
If the children grow up in an unhappy household,
They'll impact
now
their
they will
husbands and wives,
impact
and
the
then
people
now
that
we got a generation
Yeah. Now it's a generational
of
thing
unhappiness.
that's happening, and it could have been corrected.
Correct.
It could have been corrected by saying there is no one over the other.
And no one is super significant over the other person.
Yeah.
When you come into marriage, and I'm sure that we've all heard, sisters, I know you're still mad at me, but we're trying to make this right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And to
Sure.
me, and this is just my opinion again, I don't have a philosophy or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
not a major or degree or anything like that, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And to me, nobody's happiness should be pivoted over the other person.
No,
it should not
shouldn't.
be on a pedestal.
Just to truthfully be
Everybody's happiness should be at the center of the fold.
And it should be on
Yeah.
everybody's agenda.
It should be on everybody's
I
agenda
should
every
make
single
sure that she is happy.
Correct.
And she should also make sure that I'm happy. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy as
Coming
a
into the
person,
correct.
then I cannot create her happiness. I can't
Happiness
create
comes from
that
what
from
you
her.
know, to me.
Happiness,
It comes from what
happiness
you know.
is created.
Yeah, happiness
choose
is created.
to
You
be
choose to
happy.
be happy. You can choose to be sad. You
That's
can
true.
choose to be a worry wart. You could choose to be a negative Nancy. So
They're
to
all
me, happiness
choices.
is a choice.
It is a choice.
Yeah.
But if
You have to choose
you
it
are,
every
if there's
day.
anybody out there that's utilizing the happy wife, happy life syndrome to
Stop.
Yes, please stop.
Stop.
And then on top of that, think twice about it. Because what you don't want is you don't want to create a passive aggressive man.
Sure.
Because
Someone
now-
who's demasculated.
Yeah, he's demasculated, and what happens is now that rolls over into, oh, he can't do anything without me. Oh, he can't take the kids out without me. He can't set dates without me. He can't, everything now rolls over to something else.
Yeah.
I've seen so many men
Codependency.
that are men and women, honestly, but especially men that are leaders that they're leaders at work, but they're not a leader at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they get beat up so much so at home to where that transitions to work. Now you find this passive man at home, and now he's transitioned that to his work. Now he's passive at work. Now you're trying to figure out, hey, there was a promotion that was on the table. Why didn't you take it?
Sure.
Well, he didn't take it because he
bleeds
didn't feel
over
as though he was a
into-
leader enough.
Yeah, it bleeds over into other things. I mean,
Yeah.
the biggest point that we want to make about tonight before we close is simply this. Happy wife, happy life has some type of negative connotation to it.
True.
It's grown into something negative, something negative. And it could have possibly meant back in the day something totally different, something
Totally
brilliant,
different.
something
Yeah.
vibrant. But nowadays, it literally is just meaning that you're taking the responsibility of being a leader off of the plate. By just choosing to focus on this person's happiness. Everybody's happiness is important.
That's
Everybody getting some of the things that they want, or at least having
Yeah.
those things that they need at the forefront. That should be at the forefront of every single marriage. So if it's you who is incorporating happy wife, happy life, at least get down to the bottom of it. Do your research. Figure out and come to the conclusion that marriage is to be maintained. It is a relationship, a daily relationship that you should be making contributions into. And if you're not doing that, you're setting yourself up for failure.
For failure.
Point
I'm
blank,
telling you.
period.
And it is. That's so true.
Point blank, period.
You know,
it's
that's true.
It's no real way around it.
It's not.
I first heard about it, I was so saddened by just what it meant to me. I came home and told him, hey, I'm setting the record straight. I don't believe in happy wife, happy life. Well, coming into the door, storming in, he's in the kitchen, fixing us food and different things like that. He's like, okay, calm down. Start from the top. And I literally had to break it into him and just let him know, hey, you know what? I respect you. Hey, I love you. If your happiness, that's going to make life easier for all of us. This is great.
Yeah.
And he said the same thing. And so I just feel like it's something that we need to really, really evaluate.
We really need to have these conversations, these open conversations. And guys, for any man out there, or any significant other, and you feel as though, hey, you know what? I don't want to have arguments or disagreements with my significant other or my wife.
An argument ain't never hurt nobody.
It sure hasn't. And I don't want to have arguments. I don't want to have disagreements. I would rather just give her her way. That's not how we solve problems.
And I'll tell you what, just to interject, I don't mean to cut in. Here's the thing about being a yes man. No disrespect.
No woman wants it.
Correct.
Let me just say that.
Correct.
I'll say it again. Can you?
Correct.
I just want to make sure that you can hear me. No woman wants a yes man or a passive man.
That's not what we signed up
Honestly.
for. The most logical way to put it is that I'll use myself as an example. I didn't sign up to not have my husband be the leader of this household. When he is the head of his household and he's in the rightful place that God created him to be, doesn't mean that I'm a doormat. Doesn't mean that I'm submitting to the winds. There is a perspective that I want to put out tonight, right?
Definitely.
I'm not a doormat, but him being in his rightful place and him being able to grow in that place, and that's already creating a happiness for him. When he's out of place and I'm out of place, there's
dysfunction.
There's dysfunction.
There's dysfunction. There's chaos.
Correct.
And in the midst of those things, nothing can grow.
Yeah.
Nothing can grow. Nothing can work. It won't work for you. It won't work for you. So again, guys, for all my fellas out there,
All
if
my
this
sisters,
is
don't
you,
be mad at me.
if this is you, and you find yourself in this relationship, in this marriage, you need to start having those conversations. Those conversations you don't want to have.
Sure.
Start being that leader that she's looking for,
Right.
and she won't feel as though she's unhappy.
Yeah, every woman wants a leader. Every woman wants somebody who can take the reins, and it's I don't mean to sound like it's responsibilities one over the other.
And I'm not
but
saying be
it's
domineering, because there's a difference between controlling, domineering, and just being a leader.
Sure.
Those are three different things.
A leader is respectful. A leader can appreciate the perspective of other people. A leader doesn't treat people that he's leading like a doormat. So just some things to sort of take away for tonight.
Yeah.
I think we'll end here, but the conversation continues.
Yeah, the conversation definitely continues.
Sisters,
So
I know you're mad at me. I see your side eye. There's a lot of heat coming toward the couch. I'm going to make it right, I promise. I'm living this thing out day by day. It's been great.
We're going to, this is going to be a series. It's going to be a series. Honestly, I would absolutely love for Oprah, the Oprah Winfrey Network, or Netflix, or somebody to absolutely see this, or to take what we're saying and say, hey, you know what?
Dialogue.
Let's create these conversations.
Sure.
Let's find out where this stemmed from, why, and what we can do to make it a significant thing now.
Sure.
Like, how can we make this significant for everybody involved?
Exactly.
And not just for the wife alone.
But remember, happy husband, happy wife,
happy life.
I know it's corny, but that's all right. This is what we want to put out there.
Exactly.
So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, definitely
make sure to subscribe.
Please.
I know we're going to get a bunch of
I know the
questions. And I know the questions. I know the comments.
But
you know what? I'm ready for it.
We love you guys. And we're learning again. If you subscribe, if you're a part of our extended family, we've been pitching from the beginning that we're not marriage counselors. We've gotten the opportunity to counsel different people, share our thoughts. Yeah. The whole point and purpose and goal of our vlogging is simply to make sure that you don't bust your head like we've done.
Yes,
I'm a little light-skinned, having bruises like that is not attractive. So anyway, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe. We would love to hear your questions and your comments.
You guys
go easy on us.
Good night. Have a good night, guys. Peace.